Hello everyone! Today I'll be reviewing the contents of this here package, kindly sent to me from Corvus Belli. They've partnered with the Army Painter, releasing 2 paint and model sets. I requested the JSA set because red, black and white are the colours I use most in miniature painting, and to my surprise I was also kindly sent this Infinity guy, LongWang Imperial Tag Police. I've never played Infinity and I won't pretend to know anything about the game, but I definitely used a multitude of Army Painter products, so I'm excited to test these colours out. There are 10 colours in total here. The JSA set comes with this little metal lady, and it has very minimal assembly, which is a plus for me. And this guy is plastic. They recommend to prime in Army Painter Matte Black, but I don't have that, so I'm using Citadel Chaos Black. Before I have a look at the painting instructions from the set, let's have a closer look at the colours. From left to right, Matte White, Zensho Skin, Kasetoshi Skin, Shuto Skin, Oni Red, Rising Red, Kyojin Grey, Tokai Grey, Kuraimori Fog, and Matte Black. Okay, now that all my models are primed, let's start following the tutorial. There's a video version of these instructions, I believe, on the Army Painter channel, but I'm just going to go by the written ones. They say to start by mixing Tokai Grey and Matte Black for the whitish parts of the armour, and Kuraimori Fog and Black for the greenish armour. And then highlight with Kyojin Grey and Kuraimori Fog. Not gonna lie, this model is fucking tiny, and this is not my kind of paint style. Little, itty bitty, edge highlighting makes my head want to explode, and I just don't have the patience. Even with my smallest brush, I am struggling a little bit. I think this style of painting requires a lot of patience, attention and a magnifying lens and one of those tiny paintbrushes that is basically one strand of hair. But I don't have those things, so this is the best I can do right now. I can do little dots for the highlights, and I'm a keen believer in efficiency when painting. I do not understand putting so much effort into bits of the model that you literally don't even see on the battlefield. I reckon putting more detail onto the face and key components will do a lot of work for you. And the rest, no one is really going to see unless they pick it up and inspect them with their reading glasses. Painting the face, I tried my best. She's surely not as elegant as the pictures, but I went over it so many times that I felt like I was losing the definition on her lips and nose. I will say that the pigment in the paints will definitely cover up your slip-ups very well, as I went back over my splodgy red lips several times with skin tones when I slipped up. I'm leaving it there. This is not the paint style for me, though I do like the colour palette a lot. I tend to use reds in pretty much everything I paint. I think the Shuto Skin and Kyojin Grey is a really nice pastel combo. And I want to paint up this other Infinity dude with the same palette. I do wonder why they didn't include a variety of types of paint rather than just 10 opaque colours. Because as most of you know, Army Painter make a super popular range of speed paints, which are translucent washes. I do have a full set review if you're interested in the description below. Most Warhammer painters will use a combination of dry brushing and washing over base colours to bring out the detail in the model quickly and effectively before going in with a tiny brush to add more detail. I wonder whether they included these 10 colours and no washes or even a speed paint medium to mix the colours with, because that is not the style for Corvus Belli. From all the pictures I've seen of Corvus Belli models, they're all tournament worthy.
I've spent 100 hours on this tiny guy's face.
Type of painting. And maybe that makes sense when the game doesn't contain 50 troop guys per player. It's more of a war cry / kill team type of game where you have 10 individuals and that's your whole team. And if you're spending €42 on this guy, maybe you don't want to just slap chop it and paint it quickly and simply. Kudos to anyone who wants to spend the same amount of time on one model that I would probably spend on a whole army. It just could never be me. So I would say a great addition to this box would be some Army Painter speed paints, or even some speed paint medium to thin these colours down with a binder rather than just water. But otherwise, this is totally suitable for any type of miniature painting. You don't need to get into Infinity to be able to use these paints. And good job, team, on creating an unusual, useful and exciting colour palette in just 10 colours. I can see Wayland Games have this set up for £40 at the moment in the UK. I'm not sponsored, but they are usually a good indicator of market prices. And I would say £4 each for the colours, plus the bonus model, is a fair price for this kind of quality. LongWang seems to cost basically the same as the paint set, and he's a nice model, but I know which one I would go for if I had to pay. That being said, I've seen a few people playing Infinity on YouTube already, and it does seem to be a very engaging game, so go off King. Thanks again to Corvus Belli for sending me this product, and don't forget to give me a like if you found my review useful, and subscribe for more miniature painting content. You could also check out my how to make your own texture paint video if you want some tips on basing. I will leave a link, and until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.